in this.
Jim Carroll, Ralph Baber, psychology takeaway. You need a dose of the real. Life's absurd. We know the deal. Did you hear? Don't let it get you down. Turn that frown. Upside down, upside down, 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 upside.
Hey, Ralph, how's it going today?
It's going well, Jim. How's it by you?
Okay. Hey, we're getting into the cool and crisp season of the year. And, you know, one of the things you advocate, Ralph, is getting out into nature.
Yeah, and
But it's a little harder now, isn't it?
well, it is and it isn't.
How so?
Because, you know, if you go out right now and it's 35 degrees and you say, oh, it's too cold to be outside, you know what? If you're outside for 10 minutes, even if you're just walking around in your backyard, all of a sudden it doesn't seem too cold.
What happens? You get frostbite?
Acclimated, yeah. You just basically, you know, your body adjusts and says, it's okay.
Oh, okay. Well, good. You have fun with that, okay? I'll sit by the fireplace and drink my cocoa. But we have a guest today.
Yeah, we do. And we should introduce him. Yeah. This is Ryan.
Hello.
Say something in Australian, Ryan.
Say something. Okay. Shrimp on the barbie.
There you go. Okay. Ryan and I are taking classes together here at Central Michigan University, and he was talking one day and talked about his interest in photography and particularly wildlife media. And I know, Ralph, that's an area that's near and dear to your heart as well.
Yeah, I have watched a lot of wildlife media over the course of the last few years, and I particularly like it when, for whatever exigencies, I can't get outside, but watching somebody dive with the dolphins or the fish and just looking at them in color, or watching nesting birds, et cetera, all of that's great stuff to kind of calm me down when I can't actually be there.
Okay, and this is where Ryan comes in. And our guest is named Ryan Pearce, and he's from Australia, shrimp and the barbie and all. And he is up here in Michigan doing wildlife, what would we call it?
That's a Bachelor of Outdoor Media.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of media?
Outdoor.
Outdoor media. Yeah. So we thought, since being able to see stuff on the screen is almost, according to the research, as good as going outside, we thought we would talk to a couple of people who knew about media and knew about the out of doors. That's Ralph and Ryan. So go to it, you guys.
Ryan, so for the benefit of our viewers and listeners, can you kind of elucidate what happens in your course? What, given the fact, let's say, whatever number of years from now you graduate, what will the course have covered?
So the course I'm doing would have covered hunting strategy, fishing strategy, outdoor survival, storytelling, basic photography, intermediate photography, a little bit of graphic design, and that's pretty much it, I suppose.
Wow, that sounds interesting.
Videography would be in there. It's probably part of the visual storytelling.
Okay.
Ralph, if a major like that had been around 50 years ago, you might have picked up on it, right?
Oh, I would have definitely. I mean, back in the day when I was an undergrad, what you had if you took any of the outdoor courses is basically fish and wildlife, which taught you how to research, or woodsman in terms of this is how you cut down the trees for the maximum yield, and nothing about, here's how you actually do outdoor survival, or here's how, none of that stuff was available. And I would have eaten it up like, I don't know.
You would have thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I remember watching the old Disney stuff on, I think Walt Disney Presents or something like that. And there was a guy who was the narrator, and I think he was also the photographer, Winston Hibble. And he had some fantastic shots. I don't know how he got them, but I guess that's part of who you are, what you do as a wildlife journalist, right? You get these shots.
Yeah, most of the nice photos I've been taking have just been on my phone at the moment. But when I finish my degree, I really hope that I can get into the field as a profession. Like my background has been working for in the outdoors, as doing construction, and then working for ACT Parks and Conservation. And whenever I wasn't getting into it with work, I was taking nice pictures of the scenery or of the nice parrots and birds and stuff we have in Australia.
Yeah, tell us about Australia. I'm a teacher here at CMU, and I mentioned we're going to have a guest from Australia, and the people I talked to said, "Oh, Australia, I'd really like to go to Australia." When I identify myself as Canadian, very few people say, "Oh, I really want to go to Canada." But somehow your country has got an allure for a lot of people.
I think I'll talk about the differences that I noticed since moving here. The snow's a big one. Learning to drive in the snow when I landed in January. Because it doesn't really snow in Australia unless you're in the mountains at the resorts or something. Like, it's very patchy spots. It's not like the whole state or the whole country or in winter. But it's very quiet. Like in regards to birds, where I lived in Australia, you could just, especially during the summertime and the spring to summertime, you could hear them singing all the time.
So it's noisier in Australia?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Noisy. And then when it's right in the middle of summer, it's just cicadas just beating down on you.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
very noisy.
Yeah, and summer is different, isn't it? Summer is
Hot.
Our winter.
our winter, yeah.
Yeah, the seasons.
It's flipped because it's the other side of the other hemisphere, yeah.
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 So,
I would not have thought that Australia would have been, like noisy I would have thought that, you got some nice little koala bears hanging out there and being quiet, but not so.
yeah, in the rainforest, the cicadas can be deafening
No
in
kidding.
summer. Yeah. I took a video of myself shooting a competition for some of my friends here so they could see what it was like shooting in Australia. And it's in the middle of a rainforest where we had the range set up. And the cicadas are so loud, they're almost on the same decibel level as the gunshots.
No kidding.
But because it's all constant background noise, it's not like annoying. You kind of
it's sort of
drown it
like
out.
white noise that sort of comes.
Yeah.
So cicadas, that insect that, at least in North America, we have once every 17 years, they do their breeding season.
Yep.
Now, what do they do in Australia? Do they breed
I don't know.
annually? Or?
I don't know the specifics, but they seem to just always be there.
So one of the things, that I think about when I think of Australia, two things. One, my wife and I taught in China for 2 years, and we had the incredible air flights from Detroit to China, and it would have been another 3 or 4 hours to fly to Australia. And by the time we got to China, I felt like I was 90 years older than the good Lord and all crippled up from sitting for 21 hours.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine getting off in Adelaide and saying, how do I stand up?
The first time I came over here, I think I was jet lag hit me really bad, and I was in bed for a week. I think I was traveling for 21 hours.
Yeah.
So it was from Brisbane to Brisbane to San Francisco, and then from San Francisco to Chicago, and then Chicago to Grand Rapids.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the time in between flights and stuff, I was like, oh. That was tough. So when I came back this time, I just went straight from Brisbane to Texas, got a car and drove the rest of the way.
Smart thing to do.
Yeah. And I also got rust-free.
Acclimatize yourself well.
Yeah.
Okay, so something we didn't know, that it's noisy in the rainforest or in the forest.
Mm-hmm.
What else is different between Australia and, say, Michigan?
Driving on the other side of the road took a bit of getting used to.
The wrong side of the road according to the Brits, the right side of the road according to the Americans.
I think it would actually be harder to go from driving on this side of the road to driving on the left side of the road. Because when you play video games and stuff like that, you do all the driving on the right side of the road.
Yeah.
So it's just easy, just boom, straight. It's like, playing a game.
Yeah,
But,
playing a game. We've talked about road rage, and lots of people are out there playing games, it seems. But what about nature? What's different here than there?
It's refreshing going for a woods walk and not having to watch where I'm stepping and then getting smacked in the face with a spider web, or looking out for spider webs and then stepping on a brown snake.
Uh-huh.
And it's just, especially when it warms up.
It's refreshing here. So
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. When it warms up, we get, especially around the coast, these spiders, we call them orb weavers. They grow to maybe this size. They do a cross with their legs, and they just are always around head height when they set up their webs.
Okay.
So,
Are they venomous? Or just annoying?
They're not one of the ones to watch out for, but the bite, I imagine, would be unpleasant.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll watch out. Yeah.
And the brown snakes now, they're venomous.
They are very venomous. Yes, they'll kill you. Yeah.
Okay.
They'll
Hey, so it's looking better and better to be here in Michigan.
Yeah.
You don't have to watch for the spiders. You don't have to watch for the poisonous snakes. Mm-hmm. Now,
the snakes, when they bite, they get into the lymphatic system in Australia, though. So if you can immobilize wherever you get bit, you've got a good chance of making it to a hospital and then getting antivenom. Versus snakes here, I think, which have got the big fangs that just go straight into the bloodstream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, fortunately in Michigan, we don't have any poisonous snakes.
We do have...
those rattlers, but they're hard to find.
Yeah.
And they let you know they're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, one of the things that I've been bitten as a kid by several snakes, but they were basically always harmless. I mean, in the sense that the bite had no venom. And the reason I got bit was I was grabbing them and putting them in a bucket to bring home to my mother and say, "See all the wonderful snakes I found?"
And she goes, ah!
They were all garter snakes. I mean, non-venomous. And the biggest one was maybe the length of this table. And
That's
so
a fishing
around.
story if I ever heard one, Ralph. They don't get that big, I don't think. Australia.
Yeah, they do
in
in
Australia.
Australia.
They might. This has been pretty interesting up to this point. And we've talked a little bit about Australia and the differences, and we're getting into the natural world a little bit more. Why don't we break and make this part 1 and come back for part 2?
We can do that.
Okay. You okay with that, Ryan?
Okay.
Okay. Now, let's see if I can do this correctly this time. So until part 2, this is Jim.
And Ralph,
And Brian is over there. And we're saying keep your stick on the ice
because we're all in this
together.